So now I'm going to share my screen. We're going to look at my analysis for this week. I'm going to give you guys an overview. Then I'll analyze a few pairs too. I'll analyze a few pairs. So I hope everyone can see my screen though. Currently, I'm in a sell trade on GBPSD. I entered from exactly this point at discount price, so I'm expecting my take profit to be here. So right now we're having some closer retracement. Now, where would I close from if this trade is to decide to go against me? Right now I'm in this trade. Oh, sorry, let me just. So currently I'm in this trade. I entered from roughly at that psychological level at discount price. Though my initial entry was supposed to be down here at this engulfing, but I decided to wait for a retracement because this candle was too big for me. So this is the discount price I got, and when I saw that confirmation of this bullish candle plus that, I don't know how you guys call it, but either an evening or morning star, I decided to enter the market. So right now my entry would be around the so the market right now is back to my entry point. I've just checked my entries a few minutes ago. I have multiple entries. If I show you guys my chart, you'll think I'm running mad. There are many. I think almost my chart is covered up, but I believe this trade will go down. So slightly come back a little bit in here before I see a meltdown. Yeah, before I see a meltdown. Now, this week, plus last week, we have seen in the first a few weeks, we have seen GBPSD rally up. We first saw NFP come in, push this market 200 pips, have a retracement for that. We saw CPI come in 200 pips, have a slight retracement for that. Now we're having that push to the upside. You get. So as a wavers would count as wave one, wave two, wave three, wave four, and then wave five. So that's why I'm expecting this market to have a retracement to the downside before a continuation to the upside. But this is a very risky market. Many people lose money from such a market. Reason being they're trying to short the pair over and over again. And what happens when you're trying to find a resistance point? You end up losing a lot of money, right? So, guys, I explained on, I think, the video I posted or the live we had on Thursday last week with a few guys who are on Herald. We saw NFP rally 200 pips to the upside, right? These are 200 pips to the upside. And we had that retracement. Then we had, I'm getting messages in and out. I know that's the news that's going in. So we also had CPI come in and push 200 pips to the upside, but the move are the same, right? I made some good amount of money off of CPI. Reason being, I just followed what NFP had done. This is the NFP, right? I don't know, I think it's right. So this was the NFP. You can see that this NFP move happened and CPI just replicated the same thing that happened here. It just did the same. So it was the easiest NFP to analyze. I'm going to show you guys on DXY. I think I showed a few guys, but that was the easiest trade to take. So right now, I'm looking for shorts on GU. Yeah. Let's try to analyze the DXY and see. Uh-huh. So I'm trying to look for that trade. I'm just show you guys the same. I may not be able to find it, but the DXY gave us a nice pattern. That's why I saw the CP. I think I explained that on the live we had previously. It was a very easy trade to make some money off. As you all know, my strategy is simple, but at times I add some other reasons why I enter trades. And most people think I'm not trading nowadays because of the last movement, how the year ends. But I'm taking trades only that I at times I don't share them out in the main group, but the private group at least I shared today's setup that right now I'm watching. So for me to call it a comfortable sell on GU, right? The XY has to be buy. That's how I get my confidences sometimes, not all the times, sometimes. So I'm looking for the dollar to come back to these areas before it does a retracement and does that for me to get the retracement on GBPUSD because I've seen GBPUSD rally to the upside. So what am I going to do first for the analysis? I'm going to identify structure first, starting on the daily of the DXY. And you can see that the DXY has reached a very good stage, right? It has retraced because it had rallied up. Now this is just a liquidity sweep to the downside. So guys who use fibs would put up a fib from there to here. Up there, and we can see that we're in the 50. So we have a lot of space to play around, a lot. So right now you have to be a very patient trader, right? For those who use other blocks, you won't find them easy. For those who don't, you have to be so patient for the market to show you signals where it would change the move to start retracing this whole down move, start giving us that upward move, which would be as a wave, right? For those who trade Elliott waves, it would be that wave 3 for us to shoot up to the upside. So it's what we are basically looking at. It's what I shared in the group that was on yesterday. That was on Monday yesterday. So it's what I'm looking for basically on the dollar, right? It's what I'm looking for basically on the dollar. So right now I'm just watching how the market is reacting in this zone. I'm not going in all in. Some people just get a setup and they shoot in. You forget that this market is not yours, right? You're supposed to first calculate the risk that you're willing to take, then jump in on the trade. Bob was, I don't know if Bob was on the meeting we had at 4 p.m. today. You saw we called out, I don't know if you're on, but that sell, we called out this sell on GBPSD. And right now, I clearly told people that, guys, we are not jumping all in on this trade. It's very risky. If you go to the water, it's very risky, right? It's a very risky trade, but currently I'm in the trade, but it's still too risky. But of course, all my entries are in line with my risk management. So there is no way I'm going to lose money and it's going to hurt me. I'll be like, okay, I lost it, so I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work on it. So I always work on the mistakes I do. If I took a trade too early, I come back and be like, okay, it was my mistake that I jumped in, right? Yeah. So, oh my God, Bob. Okay, sorry to cut you guys short, but guys, I think the crypto market just plumbed a little bit. There has been news a few minutes there. So I think there are rates everywhere for now. But a few rates. There are a few rates though. So I'm saying Solana is back to 53. But back to Forex where we make from money, right? This is a stepping stone. Though crypto has been giving me some good money recently. Yeah, but Forex has always been my stepping stone until maybe I say that I'm tired of this. I'm done. So this is the daily time frame of the DXY. Let's analyze it a little bit using a few tools. We can see that, okay, we can see that getting messy. We can see that, okay, there's another block right there. That's the DXY. There's a slight order block there that is going to give us some reasons. Some, it's not all, some reasons why this market would basically reverse from there. And this is on the 4 time frame. But this is a very big zone to watch. It's a very big zone for someone who is too greedy to that can't be patient, right? As for a person who is patient, it's going to be so easy to just wait and see a chart and form up here and the market go into your direction. As well as these markets have a tendency of repeating the same moves over and over again. It can come back and just print the same move and reverse to the upside. So right now we're all looking for wave 3, right? Let me just repeat that. We're looking for a wave 3. Push this market upside, meaning it gives the dollar some strength, but it's not a must, right? When you're analyzing, don't say I'm 100% sure. No, it's never like that. I know people use it a lot. How they call it? Those strategies. People say I'm 100%. I use. If you invest in me, it's going to be. Yeah, that's a lie. This is trading. We're not the banks. Wall Street is made of 3 companies. People people know it as a place, but those are people who literally drive the order flow, right? They own the order flow of the market. So in order for us to be as good traders, we're supposed to go to the source and get a strategy that fits in what other people are looking at. Of course, well, you see me using trend lines just because trend lines are a technical tool that help us trade. You get people trade the break and retest of a trend line and they make a lot of money from it, right? I'm not discouraging the use of tools, but you're supposed to add other strategies that help you trade with the big guys. You can't trade like them. You can never trade like them, but you can know that okay, this is what they'd be looking at, order flow and all those things. You just come and make it as a retail trader, damn money, right? All retail traders are damn money. That's why I can't call myself a professional trader because the professionals are seated the other side. The ones who drive this market. We're just they need us to survive. That's basically it, right? So right now I'm seeing the dollar as indecisive. I can't say it's going to continue going down. No, I can't say it can continue going down, but I can try to calculate the moves and see how long it has been going down for. Now this is 1,000. Okay, these are a good number of pips. So if I come back and try to replicate that same movement here, I see that okay, it's close to this same movement here, meaning we're almost there, right? So that's why we're trying to see a slight retracement. But I won't call it a retracement, but I want a retracement that can come to touch such lows. And if it breaks, it shows me that okay, now GU may be trying to strategize to give us that upward, and that's when you shall look for chart patterns around these areas to break this trend line and continue to the upside, right? Don't mind my trade. I'm just giving you guys an example. So right now, I won't say the dollar is gaining strength. No, it's gaining strength on the lower time frame, but it's not yet convincing, right? It's not yet convincing. This market can still decide to drop a little further. So as a day trader, right, I'm looking for a move that is going to make me some money. I'm looking for a move that's going to make me some money, right? This is kind of far, and this is kind of relevant for the chart right now. Though in the Asian session, when you come back tomorrow morning and redraw, you can try to get a pattern in the sum. Can try to get a setup in there for you, to work for you, to trade the London or the New York session. So right now, I'm looking for the dollar giving me signs of an upward move, then a retest on this order block to start giving me those buys, of which I'll first be looking for the buys to a cycle to a Fibonacci area like this area. Now this area is holding a lot of volume for me because it's a 61. And if you look at the left, it has people call it a break and retest, right? Like a break and retest. So these are the areas supposed to be looking for if it breaks above here. Right? Let me just this. So these are the areas supposed to be looking for because it can come, decide and bounce off that and continue with the sell. It's very possible. But to me, this market has oversold. It has sold, but I can't say it has to sell for long. No, I'm going to be cautious with my sells, meaning buys on GU. I'm going to be so cautious because that train has moved for long, right? That train has kind of moved for long. So I'm not going to now this is the trade I was looking for, the CPI trade. But that's the clear break and retest to the downside. I'm getting messages, guys. I think guys are sending me all this Binance thing. Yeah, yeah. So now I'm looking for the DXY reward they missed. So the only point I wanted to reward me at is if I see that and a retest of such an area for the buys. So I'm going to be looking at just the action around this area. So let me go to the 15-minute time frame and see if there is more structure. So here you can identify that, okay, maybe we have that breakfast. Then we have this W pattern was a confirmation of that engulfing, then a discount price of this week. So we are looking for the market spread coming back. That's why we're saying GBPSD buy, then one see that long from here. Now this long is what will determine our sales on GU. Now that's sales. Since we're entering the Asian session, it's going to be challenging, but we can see that the market tried to change. I think I'm going to have so many points. The market tried to change its narrative. Yes, there is trend lines, but I asked them to see to change, like you get. So I asked them to try to see where the market is. So what I'm going to do to rest, I'm going to just put a rectangle like that to chill, just that. So if I see the market break back in here, I'm going to let go, right? I'm going to let go. This is analysis. But if I see it form funny candlestick patterns here that confirm to be buys, I'm going to go more aggressive on GBP/USD. So this rectangle is just what is going to give me the confirmation to the upside. So the height of this rectangle right here is what I'll put here to see how if the break and retest of this rectangle gives me that. If it breaks above the same height, I'll wait for the retest of that. In case it doesn't come back to such lows, right? That's when I'll buy in aggressively, meaning selling BPSD. So the market has gone back to a psychological level right now. It's currently there. And I'm at my entry point right now. So this market can still give me my stop loss is above here, but 20 pips, just there. So right now I'm in that dilemma of adding positions or just leaving it to go. But I'm going to leave it to go because it's the Asian session, right? It's the Asian session. So let's analyze GBP/USD. I haven't used interpreted that much. Let's analyze GBP. So I've seen what I'm looking for the other side, right? I can see that, okay, this market first rallied, it's now in a solid buy. It's now in a solid, buy, right? It's now in a solid buy. That we even don't know where it's going to stop. But we're not going to try to jump in on a buy. It's too risky, guys. It's too risky that you're buying in on a train that has already can just decide to knock. Now, the way people lose money, they don't know the position of the market. Some people just come, they want to jump in from here, so the market towards them, but the market is collecting. Just come back and clear something to the downside before continuing its uptrend. Or it has to retrace a whole move, right? Supposed to consider that. But right now, it's a solid uptrend. That's what Baby Pips tells us. It's a solid uptrend, meaning it's supposed to be looking for price, but I can look for a retracement. This is what I'm looking for, a retracement to some point before I take the buy. Because right now it's already too late for me to try this. So currently it's already too late for me to jump into a buy at the 4 time frame. So without psychological levels, I'm going to try to identify areas. You can see that we're having a strong point here. There are so many to the upside, but we can see that, okay, strong point right there. That's where GBP is dancing from. And look guys, where I want my retracement to be until. Just slightly down there. You can see it slightly down there is where I want my retracement to come to. I want my retracement to just come to around that point, just there. This is where I want my retracement to come to, right? Just down here. And you can see that it's where I marked out as my take profit, just down there. So it's where I want the market to come back to. So we're going to also analyze your USD if the DXY give us a fake out. Yeah, so let's go back to the 1 hour GBP. So right now true, I can't take a buy, I can't take a sell, but I'm taking the sell because it's risk and risk rewards, right? So I'm going to go down to a lower time frame and see that okay, the market has spent almost the whole day here playing around. This is a problem with GU. Once GU decides to play, it will play. Look, has spent a full day, not even 20 pips. People have taken trades on G, right? But look at the noise it has made the whole day. How many pips are there? 22 pips, 25 highs. GBPSD, 25 pips highs. That's the highest noise it has made today. But people have been trying to buy, short, buy. So you're supposed to understand where the market is. Like, why would you be looking for a buy here? Of course, you can be lucky and it breaks. Yes, you're lucky. But another time, it's going to get you. That's very obvious. Some people celebrate mistakes. They forget that at some point, you can't repeat that same mistake and get it correct. It's impossible, right? It's impossible. So you can see how the market reacted to such an area in the past. Came back, touched there. This can be a touchback. It can be very possible. That's how the market moves. So we are going to move to a lower time frame, right? This is a lower time frame on GBPSD. I'll draw a trend line from down here, but it's invalid for me because the market is kind of too far. But I can leave it there, right? I can leave it there. It's very possible. It can do that. An Asian session finds me in profit and I have to buy the market. I have to look for reasons. Of which if it breaks below, this is a very nice trade. Reason being, it would have come back to a psychological level. But guess what? Our highs and lows of the week would be opposite to that. But still, opportunities would sell to such areas down here, right? And take sell such areas. So right now I'm going to watch the market and allow it to do it. Just watch it. Let it give you the story, right? Allow the market to give you the story. But if you keep chasing candles, by the time you realize, you'll be like, today I had winning trades, but how much do you have in your portfolio? You lost it, but you had winning trades during the day. So literally, you have to just mark out your areas. For it to be like stabilized, you have to mark out your areas. Be like, once the market comes to this area and does this and does this, I'm going to do this. You have to just react. So right now, my reaction on this trade is up here. All this is my reaction. I'm just watching what the market is doing. I'm not going to close that trade, no, because it has so many entries. If I take a screenshot and send it to the group, there are so many entries on that trade, but I'm going to just watch. So I'm going to go to a clear picture. Market is undecisive. So this zone is where most stop losses were taken today, right? So many stop losses in there. So Tuesday hasn't been good. Let's try to scale down our trend line to see if we can get inner places. We can see that okay, there are inner places. That's why the market is pushing that. So it's too risky, meaning I'm in a risky trade right now. Very risky trade because I have a W pattern forming on that trend line for this push. So for me to be able to say that okay, I'm going to take your stop loss, right? This market has to break below this. Has to break out of this. And if I see it pushing aggressively, of course, Asian session is slow, but I see it pushing aggressively, that's when I'll know that, okay, that money is coming in, that money has to come in. So let's go to Euro USD and try to analyze GBP with it. You can see that the Euro is already selling. Oh my God. GU, where have you been slow, please? I analyzed Euro USD today. I used it to analyze GBPSD, but wow, GU has failed. Like Euro is really selling. GU has sold. But it's the same analysis, guys. It's already 35 pips profit. But it's the same analysis. I did this analysis because I saw the same movement of Euro. You can see the same movement here like that is replicated up here. Yeah, so I was just doing my brief sketch work. You know me, I just try out things and you work out. Yeah. So GU, they have the same analysis. There's an OW there. There's a psychological level right up here on the Euro USD. It's right there, around here. It's right there. Wow. So can we say GBPSD is the one that has slowed down? They have the same movement actually. That is simple. Simple. Wave one, wave two, wave three, kind of wave four, wave five. Supposed to give us that pattern. Yeah, before. Guys, Euro, Euro USD is moving faster than Euro, but it then make me change to Euro. I can't start trading the Euro because I think it's moving now. I can't. Supposed to watch. Same thing has to happen on GBPSD. So I might just watch and see how the market is going to just to reward us this week. I promise someone that this week we're going to make some good amount of money. And of course, we have to. Yeah, so I might just watch the reaction here. It can pull in back to here, fair value gap, right? And push down. Fair value gap. This is the whole this thing. Can do that. Can do that. So I'm going to just watch how the market is going to be. I won't just watch how the market is going to be. But at least I've given you guys an insight of how it can perform. Of how it can perform. Now, psychological wise, right? Guys, this time of the year is the hardest time to trade. So if you want to test your strategy, let it work out in the last quarter of the year. Many investors have moved out their money, they're preparing to go on a break, right? We're not yet in December, but you can see how the market is moving. Small market movement or small liquidity, for those who know how to use order flow, moves the market by far. So, person with little money, of course, little money in Forex is a lot, right? The person with some small amount deposits of money can move the market diversifully. So, if you want to see that your strategy can outrun a specific time, try it in the last days of the year. It's crazy. So you have to be careful as you trade, right? You have to be very careful as you trade because this is how the market moves. That's how the market moves. So you're supposed to be careful with how the don't just go in like all in. You're supposed to wait for the market to reward you in a specific with specific reasons. Then you jump in on that trade, right? Then you jump in on that trade. So right now I'm just watching that. I'm just watching that. Just watching that. So guys, it's rewarding. I know I've fallen out. Someone was telling me, how come you no longer how they call it? I let the group slide. I don't advertise at all. I told them let the group create so I'm not there for the numbers or anything. Yeah. If for that group to grow, what does it take? You just need some small amount of money, do a giveaway, and the numbers will be back twice. But I'm not going to. I wanted to do that, but yeah, it's very easy to bring numbers, right? But I'm not after numbers or anything. That's what average traders be doing out there. But I don't do that. It's very easy to bring to attract people, right? So guys, one last topic for today. Let's talk about brokers, right? Let's talk about brokers. Last time, Aline Bob, I think Bob, we're in the Mitro Plus team. We're talking about brokers and people are surprised, right? But today, let me break it down for you guys, how the whole brokerage system works. Then I'll make a video of it, plus the charts, I'll display it on YouTube, right? I'll make a video about it. But let me just give you guys a hint of how brokers work. Some people think brokers are here for us. These are our biggest enemies. They're the biggest. Even though it's Xiness giving you zero spreads, even though it's white broker anything, right? These are your enemies. Yes. Brokers never lose money unless it's an average broker who doesn't care about licensing, who doesn't care about hedging, because he knows his clients are fake traders, right? But brokers never make losses. Yes. They never, whether you're winning how much, my boys, those niggas, it's a bed of roses. So I had a chance, right? I think I'm just lucky. I don't know if I'm lucky, but I've talked to someone. I have a friend of mine who got a chance of going to Wall Street. He studied finances in the US. So I had a chance of interacting with guys who work at Wall Street and how this whole system works, introducing brokers and all that stuff. So let me just give you guys a story of how the whole thing works, right? How do brokers make money? Now let's start with what we are trading. We are trading Forex. We don't own the assets. We don't actually own the asset. Let me say you're clicking a buy of GBPUSD. You're entering one lot. In actual sense, you decide you think you're buying you're buying the asset. No, you're not buying the asset at all. You're buying units. With one lot, it's 1,000 units of the base currency. That's GBP, right? But they're just giving you a way for you to say, okay, I can own this asset. So what do brokers provide us? They provide us with something called CFDs. They used to. Singapore, let me see, Singapore banned CFDs 2010. US banned CFDs 2010. Belgium, I think I read somewhere, Belgium banned CFDs of recent. Those are, in full, its contracts were different. But brokers, the reason why the US, XNS doesn't work in the US, IC markets doesn't work in the US. Someone may think XNS is wild, but you guys don't read this thing, right? They don't work in the US. Most times, countries like, okay, I think G has dropped. Countries like Cyprus have the best licensing, right? Have some licenses. Cyprus, Seychelles, South Africa. Let's look at Forex broker licenses. They're going to just display. I'm going to just try to I don't know if they'll break them the way I want. They won't, but there's a FCE, FCA, and the types of licenses. They're always there. If your broker is transparent enough, they write them down. They write them down on their website. Let's go to IC market. Let's this IC market. I'm sure I want to speak with an example. All right, so let's go directly down. All right, I think they have to put their license down. This I know it's, I mean, IC market is transparent. Okay, I think it's down. They go document. Oh, my cryptos are dropping. But anyway, every minute I'm getting notification down 10%, down 10%. Let's look for. I'm gonna just give you guys just a few minutes. We're going to finish this down. I'm not sure it is. They used to write them down because they like to show off, right? They like to show. They like to show that have this regulation. Okay, these are just the legal documents. Until they are licensing, but okay, just okay. Here. So then they have a regulation of Cyprus. They were, I'll say, Cyprus Securities and Exchange Commission. Most brokers, I don't know what that is. Just so Cyprus gives most brokers. If you go and look at most brokers, they're from Cyprus. I think also XNS, Pepperstone. Yeah, most of them get their license in Pakistan or a city or anything like that. But guys, now let me break it down. Then we call this a night, right? The way a broker works is they gain either way. Like they gain either way. Whether you're making how much, whether you're getting from them how much, they gain either way. How? There is something called hedging, right? So how does the whole process work? Traders, retail traders who lose money are put in liquidity pool A and B, right? Those who lose money are put in A. Those who are winners are put in B. They divide you guys. So what do they do? Let's say a losing trader, right? You come in, London Open, click a buy. The broker is not going to hedge your position. He's not going to hedge your position at all. At all. Reason being, they know that you're going to lose the money. What do you think when you shock them, they'd be like, if it's a lot of money, they start calling you because they didn't hedge your position. Hedging allows them to mitigate the risk. You get the exposure. They close out that by hedging your position. Now, for winning traders, they hedge your position. How do they hedge it? They hedge your position with banks, investment banks. Okay. Because either way, their risk, like they mitigate their risk by hedging your position, meaning they are going to get the OTC. They're going to get the OTC gain. They're going to get the margin. I mean the swap, the commission, and the spread. They've got money from you. They've charged you spread, right? They've got commission. I know they put for you that zero commission. They've got commission from you and they've got an OTC gain. The only thing they haven't got from you is finance. So what do they do when you close a position? They calculate the difference, they settle your account, and they close out that position, right? That's if you're in a winning trade. So what do they do for losers? They get everything. OTC gain. Someone's calling me. Okay, just a minute. Hello? Mommy, let me call you back. Yeah. So guys, that was my mom. Now they get the OTC gain, they get the finance, the losing trader, right? They get the commission, they get the spread, everything. Literally, they win both sides of it. So what happens with our friends who come and be like, guys, use XNS? Guys, those are contracts. Those are called IB contracts. They're in two phases. There's a flat and there is a zero. And there is the percentage thing. I know you guys know this. XNS tells you that bring your friends, will give you this percentage. At least they make all of you introducing brokers. It's like they've given you a contract, but it's not even that. So what happens with the real guys who get the contracts? They get in the US, they get a flat. They don't show you the percentage you're going to get, but they just tell you that okay, I shall give you some amount when your people trade this amount of volume, right? That's why the guy comes and he's like, hey, trade with this. He's calculating how much he's going to get. At the end of the day, he has an IB contract. You get. So at the end of the day, they're going to promise you high leverage, everything, right? But what happens one day when the whole world decides to ban IB contracts? For those whose brokers have their stocks listed on these exchanges, you wake up and you find the shares are down 90%. But they have the rate, they can hedge that, right? They can hedge it. They can be like, oh, we're going to hedge that, and they'll send everyone email saying that what? Saying that you can sign up. We have a flat contract. It's very easy. So I'm going to release a video on YouTube showing how the whole system works when you place a trade to an investment bank or it's a hedge. In Wall Street, there are pension funds and investment banks. There are three bodies. You guys think it's one guy controlling them. Yeah. So guys, I think thank you for being on this live. I think I'm back in profit, but I don't like this trade yet. I want to see it drop after that psychological. We can see that I just bounced off that a little bit. So guys, thank you for being here on this live. I don't know if there are any questions. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? I'm not seeing any questions, so I think I'll end here. Thank you for being on. Yeah. Uh, thank you for